Right, we're going to talk about a man who gets paid £500,000 a day. Our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solhekol, is here to talk about
£500,000 a decade.
to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo, of course. Is he still on strike?
Well, Saudi football officials, senior officials, now expect him to end his strike. That is what we were reporting this afternoon. And I believe that Cristiano Ronaldo is definitely going to end his strike now, because just in the last few minutes as well, he's posted a picture on some of his social media accounts of himself back training with Al-Nassr. So that would appear to confirm that this strike is now over. The strike that lasted, I think, 2 days, which is how long it takes Cristiano Ronaldo to earn £1 million. One of the reasons I think it's over is because the officials at Al-Nassr had said to him, OK, Cristiano, you've made your point. You missed the game on Monday, but we've got a really, really big game on Friday against Al-Ittihad. Al-Nassr are second in the table at the moment, 1 point behind Al-Hilal. And if Al-Hilal drop points at Al-Aqdoud tomorrow, that means that Al-Nassr could go top of the Saudi Pro League by beating Al-Ittihad on Friday. So a big, big game for Al-Nassr on Friday. And at the moment, we expect Cristiano Ronaldo to be playing again, and we expect him to end this famous, or should I say infamous, strike that he's been on for a couple of days.
2 days. Has he played us? Is this just for publicity?
Look, I think that's one way of looking at it, but the people we've been speaking to in Saudi Arabia have been taking this very, very seriously. You know, one of the most famous people in the world going on strike is not good for the image of Saudi Arabia. It's not good for the image of the Saudi Pro League, the Ministry of Sport, the Sovereign Wealth Fund, who owns some of the biggest clubs in Saudi Arabia, including Al-Nassr. So, on the one hand, you could say all publicity is good publicity, especially because Monday was transfer deadline day, and it's good for the Saudi Pro League to be talked about. But I don't really think they want to be talked about in this kind of way, because this is not a good news story for them to have the most famous footballer in the world coming out and saying he's unhappy with the way the Saudi Pro League is being run.
Yeah, come on. So what's it all about? What's his beef? What's his problem?
I think what pushed him over the edge was on Monday when it was announced that Al-Nassr's great rivals in Riyadh, across town, Al-Hilal, had bought Karim Benzema, effectively on a free transfer from Al-Ittihad. And the reason it got Ronaldo so angry was that he feels that by bringing in a player as good as Benzema, that could give Al-Hilal a decisive advantage over Al-Nassr in the title race. The major issue he has is that he believes that there are 4 clubs in Saudi Arabia who are owned by the Saudi Arabian Sovereign Wealth Fund, majority owned by them. Al-Nassr, Al-Hilal, Al-Ali and Al-Ittihad. And he believes that the Sovereign Wealth Fund have been prioritising Al-Hilal, who see themselves as the Real Madrid of Saudi Arabian football. He believes that they have been backed more in the transfer market than his own team, Al-Nassr. And if you look at the facts, it would appear that he does have a point. Because since Ronaldo moved to Saudi Arabia in 2023, you can see there, Al-Hilal have spent almost £200 million more than Al-Nassr.
But I bet they're not paying someone £500,000 a day, though, are they?
I thought you might pick up on that. A lot of people have been saying, look, the reason they can't spend as much as Al-Hilal is because they're spending so much on Cristiano Ronaldo's wages. The other point is that Saudi Arabian football has now opened up to outside investors. So outside investors can put money into clubs. And one of the richest people in the world, a billionaire called Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, he has started putting money into Al-Hilal, and he's actually financed the move for Karim Benzema. And I think Saudi football officials would say to Cristiano Ronaldo, there's nothing stopping you going and finding a billionaire who wants to put money into Al-Nassr as well. The other point I would say is, OK, Al-Nassr have spent less than Al-Hilal, but look at Al-Nassr's front 4. Their front four, Ronaldo, Sadio Mane, João Felix and Kingsley Coman. So you can't exactly say that Al-Nassr haven't been spending money on players.
That's not the worst. All right, so his strike of 2 days, we think, is pretty much over. But if he were to leave, who could afford him? Where could he go?
This is what people are talking about. If he's so unhappy that he goes on strike, you could suggest that perhaps in the summer he will look to leave, because his contract is set to have a release clause of around £43 million. Now, he's going to be 41 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Cristiano Ronaldo. From a footballing perspective, who is going to want to spend £43 million on a 41-year-old? Not many clubs, you would think. But of course, Cristiano Ronaldo is not just a footballer. He's a global brand. His company, CR7, is said to be worth £1 billion. Its revenues are around £300 million a year. That is more than some Premier League clubs. So I still think there are lots of clubs who'd be interested in signing him, not just for footballing reasons, but also for commercial reasons as well. The one issue is, if you look around on the internet for old interviews that Cristiano Ronaldo has given, he's had some quite disparaging things to say about the MLS, for instance, because he could end up in the United States. Perhaps that is to do with his rivalry with Lionel Messi, I don't know. And he's also sometimes not been too complimentary about some big leagues in Europe. He seems to sort of think that the Premier League is by far and away the best league in Europe. So, having taken all that into account, and the fact that he always talks up Saudi Arabia and he's an ambassador for Saudi Arabia as well, I wouldn't totally discount him leaving in the summer, because obviously there's something he's very, very unhappy about. And I can't see Al Hilal stopping their spending anytime soon. They've made money from being in the Club World Cup as well. They could win the Saudi title this year. They may win the Asian Champions League as well. So I think the issues that Cristiano Ronaldo has with the way Saudi football is being run are not going to go away anytime soon.
Ronaldo to Wrexham then.